Hey, what's good everybody? It's Lance again, and today I want to just come at you with something a little bit different. Today I'm not going to do a specific movie talk. Well, kind of. Actually, this is going to be kind of like a new thing for me. There might be instances where I still might want to talk about a certain film or anything like that, just specifically that one specific movie, but right now I think I just want to talk about a little bit what's been happening recently. Since I live in New York, there is a film festival called NYFF, the New York Film Festival, that takes place every year at Lincoln Center. This year was the first time I had gone in quite a few years. I think it was last time I went to actually go see a film at NYFF was in 2013, and those tickets were actually given to me by an organization that I was a part of. Now I'm kind of just like spending money and going to these screenings, and it's just like really cool because I get to see filmmakers and people in the audience, as well as people doing Q&As after the movies. It's just crazy. Like, I hadn't had this experience in a while. I actually haven't even gone to Tribeca in a while either. I have no idea why. I guess it's because I kind of was broke and whatever like that, but now since I'm graduated I have a little bit more money because of working and things of that nature. But yeah, that's kind of it. I'm watching films at NYFF right now. The last day is October 14th, and I actually see two films that day. I'm going to see Beale Street, and I'm also going to see Roma. So If Beale Street Can Talk and Roma back to back in the same theater. And I actually just can't wait for that. It's going to be really cool. Those are two highly anticipated films that I just can't wait to see, and you know, I just can't wait to see it. So yeah, that should be fun. Also, I actually saw a lot of films. I know it kind of seems as if though I haven't done a video in a couple of weeks because, you know, it's just, I honestly just kind of been kind of second guessing, like not second guessing, but just kind of not fully understanding what I want to get out of this YouTube channel, and it's been kind of stressful because I haven't really felt the need to make a YouTube video in quite a while, even though I've been watching films back to back. Like literally, I just saw A Star Is Born, I almost said Hateful Eight, The Hate You Give, and I just saw Venom yesterday. What else? I saw The Favorite at NYFF, and I saw a film that just got picked up for distribution that's set to come out next year in 2019 with Elizabeth Moss. It's called Her Smell by Alex Ross Perry. That was a great film. The first film that I really want to talk about that actually premiered at NYFF this year was a film called The Favorite. It screened at the opening night. It had like 3 different showings, and I think a lot more opened up after all of those got sold out. The Favorite by Yorgos Lanthimos. This director has done, you know, Killing of a Sacred Deer, The Lobster, Dogtooth, and I just had to see it because it was opening night, and I actually got the cheapest ticket for the cheapest screening, which was the 9:30 p.m. screening. So there was 3 other screenings beforehand. A lot of people were there. Nicholas Hoult was there. Emma Stone was there. Even Taylor Swift was there supporting Joe Alwyn, and Jennifer Lawrence. A whole bunch of people was there, and it was just crazy. And I was only able to go to the last showing, which sucked, but it still was pretty cool, although I did feel really tired because I guess I didn't have a lot of sleep the night before. But I really enjoyed the movie. If you want like a little bit more of a grasp of what I felt about it, please click on my letterbox. But I will say this, I think that if it gets nominated for all of these Oscars that I should think that it's going to get nominated for, then I think it deserves it. It is a very well competently made film by Yorgos. This is actually his, in my opinion, his most ambitious film. The Lobster is certainly up there as well in terms of being more ambitious. I actually like The Lobster more than The Favorite. But at the end of the day, The Favorite is definitely one of those period piece films that you don't really see quite often at all. And I loved everybody involved. Olivia Colman was great, Emma Stone was great, Rachel Weisz was great, Nicholas Hoult was great. Just a superb ensemble, and it truly is a marvel of a movie, and it needs to be seen this November, so definitely check it out when it comes out. The second film I saw at NYFF was actually a film called Her Smell by Alex Ross Perry, which I had mentioned earlier. You know, I had no idea who Alex Ross Perry was. I actually have heard a couple of his films, and his name sounded quite familiar. However, I just never really took the chance to look him up. But you know, I'm glad I did. I saw the film, I took a chance on it because it didn't even get distribution yet, and I really enjoyed it. The thing is that it's very uncomfortable, not slow burn, but it's a very like fast pace. It's almost like opposite of a slow burn. It's really fast, but the film is taking place like in a 5-act structure with 5 events happening that lead up to basically a whole bunch of stuff surrounding this one punk rock singer played by Elizabeth Moss, who gives a breathtaking performance. Honestly, one of the best I've seen this year, and it's not even going to come out this year, it's going to come out next year, so I believe it's probably going to be one of the best films that come out next year. And one of the best performances that I've seen in quite a while. Like, she is great, and I don't say that lightly. Her Smell is definitely a film to look out for. It just got picked up by Gunpowder and Sky, who are the same people that produced, distributed Hearts Beat Loud, which I hear it's a great movie as well. I actually haven't seen it yet, but I have it on my queue and I can't wait to see it. But yeah, it's a really good movie, and Alex Ross Perry really does something very experimental, but he does something that I haven't seen at all. Like, the film is basically speaks for itself, and I encourage you all to definitely go see it when it comes out next year. I also want to talk about some other films that I actually didn't see apart from NYFF, or I didn't see at NYFF. I saw A Star Is Born, I saw The Hate U Give, and I just recently saw Venom. Okay, The Star Is Born, A Star Is Born, excuse me, is just one of those movies that is such a crowd pleaser, and that may not make sense considering what happens in the movie, because I don't want to spoil it. But at the end of the day, Lady Gaga, Bradley Cooper together, their chemistry made the movie. Sam Elliott's there too, and he's great as well. I think that this film was definitely a tour de force for Bradley Cooper and Lady Gaga. I mean, Lady Gaga, let me just tell you something. Her, you know, obviously she's a great pop singer. She has a crazy good voice, and she uses that to her advantage here, as well as being just a really good actress. You would have never thought that this was her first movie or feature film if you never had heard of this woman, because she's great. She's just great. She commands it, and like her chemistry with Bradley Cooper, who plays this country singer that finds her in a drag house kind of bar, and they kind of just hit it off in the bat, and it's just a love story about both of them. And if you've seen, I believe, the originals, or obviously the previous films based off the same subject matter, I haven't seen them, to be honest with you, but I'm pretty sure they kind of have the same vibe and story. But this one is just, oh man, like the modern twist to it, everything about it, I really dug. There was emotion, there was passion, and I just really loved it. The song Shallow most likely will win best song at the Oscars this year, and I can't wait, because it's actually a really good song, and it's just amazing, and I implore you guys to go see it, okay? Bradley Cooper, fantastic job. Lady Gaga probably will win Best Actress, who knows, hopefully. And then another film that I just saw, The Hate U Give, with Amanda Stenberg. Now, to be honest with you, I didn't have high expectations going into it. I mean, like that, I felt like there has been like a lot of films based off of the subject matter of police brutality. Obviously, we had Blind Spotting earlier in the year. We have Monster and Men, who actually just went to go see in the premiere a couple weeks ago. We also have Black Klansman, and now you got The Hate U Give. This was a film that I admittedly wasn't impressed by the trailer. I thought, I hope it wasn't. I hope that the subject matter didn't overcloud the actual movie. I always am. I'm very passionate about messages in movies, but I also want the film to be good. So I was afraid that it might have not been the case, but I was dead wrong, because this was actually, in my opinion, one of the best films of the year. Amanda Stenberg commands it every time she's on screen. She's just a great actress, and I hope to see more of her. I know she's been around since Hunger Games 2012, but this is really the first time I've kind of really seen her in a leading role, and she's just great. Regina Hall, great too. Anthony Mackie. Everybody involved in this movie is just really good, and what happens is that George Tillman Jr. could have kind of like made this into like a almost like I don't know, there were so many opportunities for this film to fail, and I feel like it succeeded every time, and it's just a special movie, and I hope that you guys go see it when it comes out nationwide on October 19th, because it's just a really good movie, and I feel like not a lot of people are talking about it. Makes me go to this next movie, Venom, which was, oh my god, I mean, talk about like a guilty pleasure. Let me tell you something. A lot of people have been saying that this film is terrible, and I just don't agree. I don't think it's terrible. I think it's a stupid, dumb superhero movie. It's a guilty pleasure. Tom Hardy is great. Riz Ahmed is acting, Michelle Williams is acting, Jenny Slate is acting. This is a purely like for fun movie. Nothing serious to take about this movie. There's a lot of jokes that just hit or miss, and it's just all over the place. But at the end of the day, I didn't have a terrible time watching the movie, and I certainly didn't almost walk out like someone. Yeah, I'm going to go see At Eternity's Gate with Willem Dafoe on Friday. I'm also going to be seeing the Thursday prior First Man in IMAX, so I can't really wait for that. And I'm also going to be seeing, obviously like I mentioned, If Beale Street Could Talk by Barry Jenkins and Roma by Alfonso Cuarón on Sunday night. Now, that's kind of my whole week recap, I guess you would say, NYF movie talk kind of thing. It's really interesting. I believe Venom came through in the box office this week with over $80 million made domestically, and right behind it was A Star Is Born, which made over $41 million domestically, so that's pretty cool. Hey You Give didn't make much because it only premiered in select theaters, and obviously these films that I saw at NYFF have not premiered yet, like for the box office, so until then maybe that's when they'll show up. But right now, NYFF has been like really great, and I can't wait to see more films. At Eternity's Gate looks great. Oh man, this Oscar season is going to be crazy, and I can't wait. I'm going to be doing predictions videos over and over for different award shows, and it's just going to be really cool. And yeah, I guess that's kind of it for today's video. Hopefully I can do more like this and you guys enjoy it. Yeah, so let me know what you guys thought about these films in the comment section below, if you kind of saw any of them or plan to see any of them, because they're really good. With the exception maybe of Venom. You could probably catch that on DVD or something like that, or Blu-ray or whatever. Or if you have the money to spend, go ahead, or you have AMC A-list like I do, you could just use that. But yeah, I saw it in IMAX. Obviously I said that I didn't mind it. But anyway, you guys have a good one. I'll talk to you guys later. And yeah, let's see what happens when I do my next video. Peace.